John McWhorter and his ladies are about to take you early to bed.
Thank you all for being here. Wow. And I can't really see you, but I am so happy that you're there. And what we're going to do is I want to introduce you to a musical theater score, that frankly nobody knows about. And so, if it's 1943 and you couldn't see Oklahoma, which you probably couldn't, then you could go down the street, literally down the street, and see a show called Early to Bed. And Early to Bed's score was written by Fats Waller. Now, Fats Waller, Fats Waller was a black songwriter. He was very, very good. And you might think that his shows are like Up in Harlem and it's like Hot Chocolates, whatever. He had done that. But this was, frankly, a white show. It was a mainstream show. There were a couple of black people in it, but it was a mainstream show. And it was a hit. It was a big hit. Like, it ran a year. Back then, if it ran a year, it was a hit. And then it toured for a year. People wanted to see this. Unfortunately, Waller passed away during the run, and back then nobody knew that musical theater was important, and so the parts just scattered to the winds. So I, here in the 21st century, have had this obsession. Fats Waller wrote a mainstream musical hit in 1943. We must hear those songs. You're going to hear them. And so that is what this is. I've been obsessed with it. I'm a Montessori kid. I have gathered everything that I could. And it didn't start with me. It started with Mel Miller at Musicals Tonight. Many people out there know that he met somebody who had been in the chorus 400 years ago, who kind of sang some of the songs. But I thought, after I saw his wonderful production in 2011, I thought, more. What else? So that's what this is. Now, this is cabaret. I've got some singers, and they're going to come out, and they're going to give it to you. But you must know, we are not doing the show itself. We're not doing the plot. Because, frankly, this is 1943, and Oklahoma is revolutionizing the idea that, if you are going to do a musical, the plot actually has to make sense. Because that was revolutionary, most plots in 1943 didn't make any damn sense. This is one of those shows. So, frankly, the plot was like roughly a Carol Burnett skit. Or it was the same thing over and over. It's one thing. It's, if I may, it's a whorehouse. And these people keep coming through and not knowing that it's a whorehouse. So this sports team comes through and they think it's a hotel. And then I've never understood this, a bullfighter breaks down with his valet and he thinks that it's a finishing school, and this goes on and on. So the songs are by Fats Waller. The lyrics are by George Marion Jr. He was highly accomplished. I would call this his best lyric work on Broadway at the time. He also did the script for the Rodgers and Hart musical Too Many Girls, and that was good. But this was really good work. And he also wrote the book. And frankly, he wrote the book for those times. We're not going to do that. We're not even going to do song cues. We're not going to do Goddard, Lieberson, Pickering, because the script is just not worth it. We're going to just do the songs. So, the first song that we're going to do is called Martinique. And it's because, for some reason, this is set in Martinique. And that's it. And, the book makes charmingly no sense. Like, at one point, early on, Diego Rivera's in it. What was he doing in Martinique? But for some reason, they seem to think that like French Caribbean and who knows. Anyway, so Martinique is a song that has only existed in two forms. The lyrics, like on a page, and then Fats Waller played it on the piano for a recording so you can hear the tune. That won't do. So I thought we should put the lyrics to the recording. But then I thought, well, it shouldn't be some person sitting there singing it. It should be a trio. It should be like 1938, Sing for Your Supper, Boys from Syracuse. It should be a trio, or it should be like the Boswell sisters, but that didn't exist. And because sometimes if something doesn't exist, then you have to make it happen. And so despite that I have, frankly, no musical training, but I can hear things in my head, I made this happen. You're going to listen to what I did. And so this is my trio arrangement of Martinique to introduce all of this, with Dee Dee Cove and Kristen Joseph and Katie Grenfell. The person standing behind me is my daughter Dahlia. She's 13.
Early to bed in Martinique. I'd say there's yes in the air, a soft caress in the air in Martinique. I'd say that no is a word that really never is heard when natives speak.
Let there be any request from a guest to a Martinique hostess.
I'll bet 100 to 1 that before he's begun, she'll whisper yes. Yes,
Yes,
yes, she'll whisper yes. Say on the beach to every girl within reach in Martinique.
Reach in Martinique.
Don't find an accent to try or silly nothings to sigh, but just be me.
Just take a peek, hide and go seek in Martinique.
So if you want to impress more or less when you're there on the hot sand, I know for sure you'll succeed if you follow this lead and take her hand.
Take your hand and hear the yes in the air in Martinique.
Warm and Greenland,
Beguinland.
danger to a stranger from the lands up above. Here the purest
Female tourist
longs to love and let love. The hint of spice in the breeze is very nice in the breeze of Martinique. Martinique, they say that Mardi Gras here continues all of the year, not just a week. It's so Antigua kind of strict, not just a week. So if a haven from someone up north who said no is what you see, for every heart in distress there's a yes in the air in Martinique. La 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 la. You'll find that most any day you can get carried away in Martinique. When people visit this isle, it can engender a smile that lasts a week.
Magnifique to spend a week in Martinique.
So when your trip you had planned and expect to get tanned under clear skies, don't wait a minute to go. Leave your boat for you know you'll claim your prize. Top prize.
They say there's yes in the air, a soft caress in the air in Martinique.
In the air, a soft caress in the air.
A robin or thrush could sing and bring out a blush upon my
Bring out a
cheek.
blush on my left or right cheek.
And things I'd flatten a man in Manhattan for even suggesting.
Oh no, 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 no,
A touch
no.
of Martinique breeze, I get weak in the knees and whisper yes.
Land to rest in, land clandestine, danger to a stranger from the lands up above. Here the eager junior leaguer longs to love and let love. The native smiles in the breeze, the seven prize in the breeze of Martinique. But money is less a guarantee of success than a good physique. Oh, that fine physique. They keep a minesweeper near just to sweep up discarded brassiers here. Dear, dear, if you're inclined to undress, there's a yes in the air in Martinique, not Jamaica, Puerto Rico, not Barbados, Guadeloupe, not in Haiti or Antigua, the Bahamas or Tobago, but in Martinique. Martinique.
You three, Dee Dee, Katie, and Kristen, you have made me so happy during these seasonal affective times. Wow. I just scratched that down one day. Anyway, so that is Martinique, and now we're going to hear one of the ballads. And one of the ballads is This Is So Nice. This is something where those of you who've been around a while might remember, if you were in New York, that when Ain't Misbehavin' came back in 1988, and remember that? And it was with the original cast. I was here then. I'm old enough that I was here then. And I didn't see Andre DeShields was out. But Nell Carter got another song. Remember that? And she got This Is So Nice. And it's a wonderful song, and it's from Early to Bed. Nobody thought about that then, but it's from Early to Bed, one of the ballads. And Dee Dee Cove is going to come out and sing it for us because it's a wonderful song. And so here she is.
It's heavenly here, far from towns and hotel lobbies. No police to interfere with the mildest of our hobbies. A vacation from legislation in a law-torn world, my dear. This is so nice, it must be illegal, meeting you once more. Feeling so good, it could be against the law. This is an age that curbs all our pleasure. Who knows what's in store? This is so nice, there must be a hidden flaw. You're so broad of shoulder, women young and older fall in flocks. Noting your attraction, Congress may take action. Keep you underground at Fort Knox. Quick, let us kiss before it's illicit. It could happen here. This is so nice, it must be a legal dear. You're so broad of shoulder, women young and older fall in flocks. Noting your attraction, Congress may take action. Keep you underground at Fort Knox. Quick, let us kiss before it's illicit. It could happen here. This is so nice, it must be a legal deal.
So, of course, because Fats Waller wrote it, there was a black song. And the black song was actually one of the best ones in it because Fats had actually been signed to be in it. But, you know, he had a tendency to do things at night. and they figured out that maybe he wouldn't be good for being in 8 shows a week. And so they let him write the music, and they hired a kind of a Fats Waller clone to be in it. And you can see him online now. Bob Howard is clearly Fats Waller. And so Bob Howard was in it. Jenny Lagan, who was a wonderful tap dancer, you can see her online now. They did this number called Heidi Ho Hi in Harlem. And this has nothing to do with the plot, which was about a whorehouse in Martinique. But, like, the script is amazing. Like, at one point, one of them says, I think it's him, like, well, you should think about what it was like in Harlem. And so they do this, but wow, it's a catchy number. And, you know, a catchy number should be done by my dear friend Evie Fundicelli. And so, Evie, let's do it.
There's a famous high school way uptown where the plumbing is a sometime thing. In her classic halls, the plaster falls, but her graduates so proudly sing that Heidi-ho, hi in Harlem, you don't ever mess with books. What good would Latin do for some cat at Heidi-ho, hi in Harlem? At Heidi-ho, hi in Harlem, you just have to dress the looks. Right off the bat, suit and fat hat at Heidi-ho, hi in Harlem. Football, no, baseball, no. All over town, women's good. Swimming, no, women, oh. Did you guess or have you heard at Heidi-ho, hi in Harlem? Our coeds ain't no cooks. Get your diploma, button on home and Heidi-ho, hi in Harlem. No need for tweeted satin, you need it, Heidi-ho, hi in Harlem. Heidi-ho, hi, girl alumni, all hit the tops in their career. Movie czars or cocktail bars, they sign us senior girls each year. At Heidi-ho, hi in Harlem, our coeds ain't no cooks. Get your diploma, trucking on home at Heidi-ho, hi in Harlem.
God, I love that song. And Jenny Lagan, who you can see, go online, and she's like 90, and she's dancing around, and she's shaking her hips, and she said about what she did, we can never know, because they would have sung it, and then they would have danced for about a minute and a half. She said that she did somersaults and hip shakings and all of that. So, we'll never know. Anyway, next we're going to have another one of the ballads, and actually this is probably the best known show from it, the best known song from it. It's called There's a Man in My Life, and Pearl Bailey probably did the best known version of it. It's kind of a cabaret standard, if you call a cabaret standard something that these days nobody's ever heard of, but it's a great number. And Diana Bertolini is going to come out and do it. And Fats Waller did a version where there's a gal in my life, but it's the same thing. And I would rather hear Diana do it. And so let's do There's a Man in My Life.
Long ago and far away, I met the right love. He had fortune, he had fame, things that put to flight love. Spring was near, and me he viewed as a winter interlude. responsible for the kind of a life I lead. He's the talk of my heart when thoughts of him start. I find myself a tremble like a wind-blown reed. To one who never met him, this might seem extreme, yet his charm still makes me lay me down and dream. Every song in my soul, each plan in my life has one unattainable goal. That man in my To one who never met him, this might seem extreme, yet his charm still makes me lay me down and dream. Every song in my soul, each plan in my life has one unattainable goal. That man in my life, that man in my life.
So, there were duets. There were some men in the show, not many, and the male numbers mostly don't survive. But, hi Ben, I'm gonna kibitz. And so, have you ever noticed that you never see baby pigeons and you never see baby squirrels? Where are they? Did I do that? Okay, so, anyway, so there were males, but not many, and basically I'm representing them. And there was a duet, and so at one point, you know, the bullfighter comes through with his valet, and he doesn't understand, and he thinks it's a finishing school, and of course, there's a love relationship, and so they have to sing about it, and the song is called "You're Only Slightly Less Than Wonderful," and it's a wonderful little song. It's slinky, and so Evie Fundicelli is going to come out, and I'm sorry, but I have to sing after she does. Here we go. No, it isn't. Not on mine. Ready?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to do this.
If I seem too analytic, here is the answer. Mother was a dancer who was frightened by a critic. So, in these words I have to say, hereditary caution has a part to play. John, you're only slightly less than wonderful. You're on the verge of being marvelous. With just the smallest of publicity booms, your name will be known in bars, boudoirs, and powder rooms. I'd almost rate you with the tops in town. Those pin-up girls will try to pin you down. And don't forget, my pet, we only just recently met. But if I judge you rightly, dear, you're only slightly less than wonderful.
I think you're slightly less than wonderful. Your body borders on the marvelous. I think I'm on the board of buying you mink to drag on the floor or to wrap around you when you slink. Within me elemental force, sir.
Tell me more.
Are you allergic to the orgy urge? And though with great regret, let etiquette guide me as yet, and say to you politely,
What?
oh dear, you're politely
slightly less. You're slightly less than
wonderful. I love that song. So, a lot of you out there, because this is New York and you're savvy, you saw Ain't Misbehavin', and, there are some songs from Early to Bed in it, but this is something that was in this show because it's 1943, and so it's World War II, and so there are shortages. And it has nothing to do with the plot, but there are no nylons, stockings. And so there has to be a song about how there are no nylon stockings, because this is not a Little Night Music or Passion. So the songs don't have anything to do with the plot. So somebody walks out and sings that she can't get any stockings. And the thing is, it's a great song. And so, what would most of us do? Like, there are no stockings, and somebody says you have to write a song. Well, there are no stockings. No, Fats Waller wrote something that actually sticks with you forever. It's called When the Nylons Bloom Again. And that's George Marion's lyric, but the melody, it's just wonderful. And so Katie Grenfell, our Broadway veteran, as in, my ex and I saw Katie come out and jump in and play Tracy in the middle of a performance of Hairspray back in 2004.
Yeah.
And now I'm so glad to know her. And she's going to do When the Nylons Bloom Again. Here we go. Katie, wait.
Gone are the days when I'd answer the bell, find there a salesman with stockings to sell, gleam in his eye and measuring tape in his hand. I'd get the urge to go splurging on hose, nylons, a dozen of those. Now poor or rich, we're enduring instead Holland's which itch, rayons that spread. I'll be happy when the nylons bloom again. Cotton is monotonous to men. keep affection fresh. Get some mesh for your flesh. I'll be happy when the nylons bloom again. Ain't no need to sound no sirens then. When those frozen hoes again appear, man, that means all clear. Working women of the USA and Britain, humble dowager or lonely debutante, will be happy as a puppy or a kitten, stepping back into those nylons of DuPont. Keep that smile until the nylons bloom again, and the wax come back to join their men in a world that Mr. Wallace planned, strolling hand in hand, working women of the USA and Britain, humble dowager or lonely debutante, will be happy as a puppy or a kitten, stepping back into those nylons of DuPont. Keep that smile until the nylons bloom again, and the wax come back to join their men in a world that Mr. Wallace planned, strolling hand in hand.
All right. This, what? My daughter has given me what they think is the running order. However, this is not it. No. And so, the next... Wait. This is fun, actually. This has nothing to do... No. Oh, all right. I'm going to compromise on that with one thing. Kristen, can you please come and do men? I didn't mean that.
Yes, you did.
Kristen, I'm sorry. All right. I don't know what this new order is, but my order would allow that there's lore. I'm sorry to make you stand there saying this, but there was, if you went through George Marion Jr., the lyricist's daughter's trunk in Stuytown about 12 years ago, which I did because I'm crazy. And I called her and I said, can I please go through your trunk? I went through, and actually Mel Miller had found other stuff. I found some other stuff, but Mel Miller of Musicals Tonight had found this lyric, Men, and it didn't have any words, and it was kind of catchy and it was cute, but there was no music to it. And so it's just a stray lyric, and if it's a stray lyric, then it's just for academics, and who cares about that? But I thought, imagine if that lyric had music. But I don't want to imagine it because we're all going to be dead soon. And so I thought, why doesn't somebody write music to that lyric? Well, I'm alive, and so I thought, why don't I try to write music to it? And so I did, and so this is the music and words to a song called Men that was there was kind of a head prostitute. Like, it's a very complicated plot, but the head prostitute, not the madam, but she sings this song called Men. It's very Latin, even though they're in Martinique, because they don't seem to understand that Martinique is French. And a lot of it, it's like they think that Spanish, and so I tried to make this sound Spanish. I'm sorry, Kristen, let's just do it. All right.
Cause I'm coming from a place where the nightingale sings bass. Men are liking me in a hammock to call my part of Mexico Sexico. Just because of me, the rancheros would deceive their wives, leave their wives, grieve their wives, give their wives to other men. I like the men in a zone. There is room for more than one. When caballeros hear me cry with my ole, 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 ole. Oh, I like the men. I like the men. I have danced on patios in a minimum of clothes. Men are liking me. Every famous matador wants to batter at her door. For me, a bandit leader pillages villages, gives me all he takes. Where could he find a lady lustier, gustier, bustier, trustier with such a yen? I like the men at a bullfight as a rule. I get more wounds than the bull. When caballeros hear me cry with my ole, 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 ole. So now and then I like some men. Ay, ay, ay!
Men has words. All right. So with this weird change of order, then now you have to sit through this now. There are some songs in Early to Bed that were very hard to find. And one of them is a song called Get Away Young Man. And Early to Bed it was a rather lubricious show. It was all about women scantily clad, standing around being scantily clad. And actually, Fats Waller's wife didn't let her son come because it was such a naughty show. And you can read the script, and it's all about hemispheres and all these jokes about people's bodies. And frankly, there were 4 models in it. Like, I don't know who models are now, but there were 4 models that if you were kind of a sophisticated person you knew were in New York, they were in the show. And these 4 models were kind of standing around being whatever models do and people making jokes about their bodies. And at one point, you can see that they gave them a song. Now, honestly, I don't get the feeling those models were cast for their voices. They were cast for what they looked like. And they had this one number, and Fats wrote it very simple. And it didn't exist until my friend Alex Hassan dug it up in the Library of Congress about 6 years ago. It was found in this weird, obscure place, the Orchestrator's Archives, and the sheet turned up. And so you get to hear what it was. It's not complicated, but it's kind of clever. And you are going to hear first, there's verse and chorus. So the first kind of boring part of a song, and then the chorus. You're going to hear the verse of Get Away Young Man for the first time in public in, I believe, 82 years. And then we're going to do this part. I have to sing it, and the reason is because you do everything in the last minute, or I do. And so I kind of thought, well, the models have this song that they're going to sing called Get Away Young Man, and here it is. And I had never really sat down and read the lyrics. So I thought, well, my 13-year-old will do that one, and that'll take care of that. So then a couple weeks ago, right before we did the first one of these, I read the lyrics, and Dolly and I were at the piano, and we realized after about 8 bars, there's no way that she is going to get up in front of an audience and sing this song, because they're basically hookers. And so the other people in the cast have enough to do, and I'm a man, and well, frankly, Katie Grenfell had the idea, why don't you sing it, John? And I said, oh, no, no, no. And then I thought, well, why don't I do it? And I said, well, it's women singing it, and I'm not gay. And she said, well, everybody thinks you're gay anyway. And I said, well, then I'll work with that. So this is Get Away Young Man. This is the verse. There must be a subway mid the local scenes, or am I attracting ART routines. I meant to say IRT. Now, I know that there used to be a subway called IRT, but what the hell does that mean? Like what? Listen. There must be a subway list mid the local scenes, or do I attract a certain IRT routine? I don't know what that means. It means maybe that if you're a model on the subway in 1943, people pinch you or something. No idea. Now, we've gotten through that, and so now we're gonna you don't have to hear that ever again. We're gonna have the chorus. So, I'm gonna sing it, and I'm sorry. And also, even though I'm a linguist, I don't know what this is. There aren't that many linguists who also do this Broadway stuff. Maybe it's a common thing. I have a hard time remembering lyrics. Like, I can remember the music, but the words, it takes me like 25 times. So, I must admit, I'm cribbing. It's right here, and I'm sorry. But I hope that you can, tolerate, because I don't remember things. So, I also just turned 60. So, get away, young man, you bother me. I know you're bent on sentimental larceny. Get away, young man. Get away. Get away, young man. I know my hips are bringing out the gypsy in your fingertips. Get away, young man. Just get away. To every dame you give the same look, so approving. If in a pinch you get an inch, you try to move in. Get away, young man, or I'll throw rocks. Your eyes are burning holes throughout my silver fox. Get away, young man. Just get away. Second verse. Get away, young man. I'll teach you yet. Your eyes are burning holes right through my Get away, young man. I'll teach you yet. An honest heart can beat beneath a fur jacket. Get away, young man. Just get away. Get away, young man. You're new in town. I'd hate to have to be the one to mow you down. Get away, young man. Just get away. Now, this is exquisite. Do I arouse you 'cause my blouse may be too damn sheer? Laddie, come, where are you from? Darkest New Hampshire. Get away, young man, with hands of steel. I assure you everything that you see here is real. Get away, young man. Just get away. I am not a model in 1940, not a hooker, and that song has nothing to do with me, including preferences, etc. However, I thought that we needed to do it. So, now let's go to something real, which is there's a ballad in this musical that really got lost. It's called Long Time No Song. It's beautiful. I don't quite know why it didn't make it out, except that there was a recording strike in 1943, and I want Evie to come sing it because of all of my posse over the past 15 years. She's the one who should do this. And so, Long Time No Song. Evie, you have to find the music, and it's going to take a tiny bit. Because it's so good, I have to read.
I'll wait. Long time no song within my heart. How could the music start? oceans and nations you've crossed, or in what masquerade eyes you're searching for paradise lost. Long time no song, but fate has made amends. The endless waiting ends, and my heart sings now. To my heart you brought music lusher than the songs of Tsarist Russia. But you left and the song was gone and wouldn't return at all. For comparison on this planet, I'm as lost as Castellanets, being told to do a program with no tunes by Kern at all. You are the illusion that my heart was depending upon. In the wild confusion, dear, that lull in my love life is gone. Long time no song, but fate has made amends. The endless waiting ends, and my heart sings now.
One of the few Guy songs that survives, and only partly, and it's still a mystery to me how much it survives. There's very little evidence of it. There was a jazz pianist who did a version of it, and I heard about it, and I called him because it was an LP. Where are you going to get that? Like, there's no Footlight Records anymore, and that, frankly, I called them and they didn't have it. And so, how did it go? And I called him. He was an angry man. He did not want to be bothered, but I called him like twice. I said, wait, sir, where could I get this? And he told me that actually Waller had recorded a late night, what's called an acetate version of it. And so finally, I found it. And it's not that only I found it, because Mel Miller had done a version of it in 2011, but I had some questions. And now I think I know there's some issues. Fats Waller does it, of course, like the acetate cuts off at the end. Somebody broke it. And so it's like early and you don't know how it ends. But I think I know. And it's the most wonderful song. And the lyric, it's like the sports team comes through. And for some reason, they don't know that it's a whorehouse. And so they think it's a hotel. But there are all these pretty women, like these models walking around. And so the coach comes out in front of the curtain, because they're changing the set behind the curtain. And he sings a song that basically says, don't have sex with any women, because it will deprive you of the energy to whatever sport they're playing. I don't know. I don't care about sports, but you can't do it. I'm thinking maybe it's football or something, but if you have sex, then you can't play the game. And so that's what he's doing. Listen to this catchy little song. It's called Early to Bed. Of course, there's a title song, so here it is. Early to bed, cozy and warm, whatever occurs. Early to bed, think of your form, but don't think of hers. Loyalty to the team is the reason why from pretty girls you scram. Lady, at the start of the season, when a girl walks by, I jump as high as Hoover Dam. Early to bed, soon as the moon meets the sun. Life can be sweet, soon as this meet is over and done. Don't let Some Delilah, mess up your fastest miler. Feminine charm, view with alarm. The way to get ahead is early to bed. Early to bed, best of routines for getting things done. Early to bed, kings and their queens all found it such fun. For example, King Solomon on a songwriting whirl went to bed and ate very early with whoever was his scheduled concubine. Early to bed, don't ever say, you oughtn't, my dear. No, wed or unwed, bed is so all-important, my dear. Each time Noel cowered, slipped into something flowered, out came a play, head to the hay. The way to get ahead is early to bed. So that's early to bed. And I suck at remembering lyrics, but I hope that it got through. And now, and this is a whole other story, there's a song in this, like you go to IBDB, and it's called The Girl Who Doesn't Ripple When She Bends. And if you go through all of the photographs of the show, you can tell what that was. And it's those four models standing there, not rippling, and there's Frank. It's a black chorus member, and he's tap dancing in front of them. That's the girl who doesn't ripple. And so, like, how did that go? And you want to know what that was. And so I went on this quest. Like, what about that one in particular? Because you can see the picture, you can see how good it was. And there were all these, like, scratch materials for Early to Bed that only existed in the basement of a gentleman in Tenafly, New Jersey. This gentleman was, what was it? It's Fats Waller's son's lawyer's son. And he's living in Tenafly, New Jersey in 2012. So I found that out, that he has this stuff in his basement, and I thought, well, damn it, I want to go in the basement. And so I used the telephone, and I called him, and I said, well, Mr. Ammerling, I'm a normal person, and like, I want to know, like, what's in the basement? Can I please see these papers? And the lovely thing is that he actually said yes. And so I went to their house, like I had Chinese buffet down the street. Then I go in there, I go into their house, they let me, like, who am I? And I go into their house, and frankly, even though it was more who am I? Like, now maybe they would have known he writes for the New York Times. Back then, I'm just whoever. And they let me in, and the story is better if I say they let me in the basement. Actually, they brought the box up to the kitchen. But I started going through it, and I said, folks, please, can I please take this box and copy all this material? And Victor and his wife, Rebecca, and Rebecca is a Broadway veteran, they said, yeah, you can do it. And I could have just taken it and dumped it in a river. And so I went through all of this stuff, and what I was really thinking is, what about this goddamn ripple? And I had the lyrics, 1, 2, buckle my shoe. And you could go through all of it, and I found it. I found that Fats Waller probably, he had a substance abuse problem. He's probably drunk, and he's scratching this stuff down at night. I found various manuscripts of this 1, 2 song, and I put them together, and I thought, that's actually a song. And it's catchy, it sounds like him, so let's have that be it. So there were the lyrics for Early to Bed, and then there was this song. Frankly, the song and the lyrics didn't fit completely. It's like 75%. So what you're going to hear is like that melody that I found in the basement, and then where it doesn't fit the lyrics, then I kind of AI'd it so that I wrote my own lyrics to fit the rest of the song. So this is 75%. And also I thought, well, it's this, what they would have said back then, Negro chorus dancer tap dancing in front of these 4 models. That doesn't work now. So what we're going to do is Like, imagine doing that here. So I thought it's time for another trio because I like writing trios with my lack of training and imagination. So this is The Girl Who Doesn't Ripple When She Bends. Now the trio is supposed to sound a little bit like Bebop Almost Happened. And so Dee Dee, Kristen, and Katie, please come out and do my attempt at The Girl Who Doesn't Ripple When She Bends.
One, two, buckle your shoe. 3, 4, try for the floor. You're the girl who doesn't ripple when she bends. 2, 3, 5, 6, look at the trends. What says the gentleman friends is a girl who doesn't ripple when she bends. When she bends, you have to do the highest hurdles if you want him. The milk of human kindness curdles when a girl's out of trim. 7, 8, soon you'll be his. Gals, their preference is a girl who doesn't ripple when she bends. You have to do the highest hurdles, yes, and the air soft the rest of the year. The milk of human kindness curdles and tries and if you follow the speed.
1, 2, buckle your shoe.
1, 2, buckle your shoe. 3, 4, try for the floor. 5, 6, look at the trends. What sends the gentleman friends is a girl who doesn't ripple when she bends. She doesn't ripple, she doesn't ripple. A girl who doesn't ripple when she bends. Too early to bed. Girl who doesn't ripple when she bends.
You know what? I've got seasonal affective disorder. I'm 60, everything. I get no greater pleasure than listening to those three people sing those trios. Anyway, so now, this is a thing. That meant nothing. This is a thing. So in Early to Bed, at a certain point, it's this whorehouse in Martinique, but for some reason, all of the women come out and they do a kind of a song competition. And so it's called The Ladies Who Sing with the Band, and they knit together about 15 popular songs from the day where they're battling and singing them at each other. And you can tell from the program which songs those were, and all of it was knit together by a wonderful Waller song called The Ladies Who Sing with the Band. And that's what they did in Ain't Misbehavin', but for this, I chose other Waller songs that he did but didn't compose because I wanted to have that kind of battle, but without doing it the way they did it in 78. And the way they did it in 43, we don't need to hear those songs. And so we're going to do that, and the person who's going to frame it is my daughter, Dahlia. She is all of 13, and so she's going to come out and do The Ladies Who Sing with the Band.
There's an inn in Indiana with a very goodly clientele. Junior jerks from the Boiler Wakes who thought her singing swell. She'd a voice so sweet and low, I guess her dress was even lower still. Selling vocals to those yokels was her first important thrill. Should your career need a springboard, here is the best in the land. Rise and rejoice, for you don't need a voice. Join the ladies who sing with the band. Who's in the Hollywood spotlight? Who do producers demand? They're making doozies of all the chanteuses, the ladies who sing with the band. Flat tone, that tone can never hurt a singer with curves. You'll see a fan stand around her bandstand if you've a tropical torso. And and your digestion is grand. You may do finer than Ginny or Dinah, the ladies who sing with the band.
You're so inconsistent. First you're very nice, then you're cold and distant, like a piece of ice. I intend to say it twice. First you're very nice, and then you seem to change somehow. Smiling in the morning, charming to me then. Now without a warning, you're the worst of men. I intend to say again, charming to me then, but absolutely different now. I'm on a seesaw. You throw me up and you throw me down. I don't know whether I'm here or there. Those dreams that we saw, you built them up and you knocked them down. I don't know whether you even care. First I was heaven bound, then I found you turned round, and as I hit the ground, you went up in the air. I'm on a seesaw. You throw me up and you throw me down, and altogether you don't play fair. You're the worst offender. You're the one to blame. I've been true and tender. Can't you be the same? To the world I will proclaim, you're the one to blame, and not the sort of man I need. You were one I trusted. You were true as steel. Now I find you rusted. Anything but real, and this fact I won't conceal. You were true as steel, but now you're just a broken reed. First I was heaven bound, then I found you turned around, and as I hit the ground, you went up in the air. I'm on a seesaw. You throw me up and you throw me down, and altogether you don't play fair.
Flat zone, that zone can never hurt a singer with curves. You'll see fans stand around her bandstand.
I'm walking on air, and I've left all my blue days behind. I've learned how to care, and there's love, really love, on my mind. I'm the world's most happy creature. Tell me, what can worry be? I'm crazy about my baby, and my baby is crazy about me. Mr. Cupid was our teacher, that's the reason we agree. I'm crazy about my baby, and my baby's crazy about me. Parson, get the book out, ready in your hand. Keep a steady lookout, you can understand. It's an A1 combination, we're the perfect he and she. I'm crazy about my baby, and my baby's crazy about me. the chance for romance came my way. Now I'm full of song, and each day seems a gay holiday. We're an A1 combination, we're the perfect he and she. I'm crazy about my baby, and my baby's crazy about me.
If you've a tropical torso and your digestion is grand, you may do finer than Ginny or Dinah, the ladies who sing with the band.
Come back. Little slip there. I want you to do the coda thing. Do the Ina thing now.
Okay.
So.
If you've a tropical torso and your digestion is grand, you may do finer than Jenny or Dinah or Dottie or Janet or Helen or Ina. There's nothing to know from a major or minor. The ladies who sing with the band.
All right. Now, this is weird again. You know, sometimes there's a lyric where there's, by the way, folks, I'm getting little hints from sound that I know some of you out there, but you should know that I see nothing but a black scrim even in the front row, except for one person who I have seen all semester in my Introduction to Linguistics class. I can't see anybody. So if I'm not connecting with you, it's because I can't see you. But there is like we did the song Men, and that was because there's a lyric and no music. But there's this wonderful Waller instrumental. It's called Clothesline Ballet. I have loved it my whole adult life. And you know, my great-grandmother, she once said, "Oh, I love Fats Waller." And it's not like she was some curator of old music, but she said, "I love Fats Waller." And I said, "Well, what do you like?" And she didn't say Ain't Misbehavin'. Like, she lived until 101 during COVID. And this was like in about 1995. And she said, "Oh, I loved that Clothesline Ballet." That's just him playing the piano. And I thought, yeah, it's such a beautiful song. And I thought it had words. So I'm bringing this in. I'm thinking Dolly is going to sing this song as a whore. And I'm thinking, well, I'm going to find a lyric to Clothesline Ballet. But there was no lyric. And so I thought, well, if there's no lyric, somebody has to write it. And given that nobody else is going to do it, you know who did. So there is now a lyric to Clothesline Ballet. It's supposed to sound like 1934. And Kristen has done so well in making it sound like it's real work. So, Kristen, thank you.
How can I reach you? How can I teach you how much I love you now? How can I bring you Won't you reveal to me what you do feel for me? This is too real for me. Years that you steal from me. Why you're a heel to me? Frankly, how's a girl to know? Then when you're mad at me, then when you're bad to me, then when you're sad at me, then when you're glad at me, then what you had for me. Frankly, how's a girl to know? How can I reach you? How can I teach you how much I love you now? How can I bring you? How can I string you along with what I have in mind, dear? How can I make you? How can I take you to our own heaven here? Our hearts should beat together. How can I make you know?
Isn't that ambrosia? Even though ambrosia sucks, like the actual fruit, but wow. Oh, damn. And so, Dolly's not coming back out because, well, you know, but there's one more song in the ladies who sing with the band, and it is my dear friend Evie, and she's going to do a song that Waller did, but frankly, I honestly think she does better. It's called All That Meat and No Potatoes. Evie, I'm delaying because I don't remember the key. And I never told you, and I'm gonna try. All right. Yeah.
A girl works hard and comes on home, expects to find a stew with a fine ham bone. She opens the door and starts to look in. Say, Daddy, what's that stuff you're cooking? All that meat and no potatoes just ain't right like green tomatoes. Here I'm waiting, palpitating with all that meat and no potatoes. All that meat and no potatoes. All that food for the alligators. Hold me steady, I'm really ready with all that meat and no potatoes. I don't think that peas are bad. With meat, anything goes. I look in the pot, I'm fit to fight. 'Cause man, you know that mess just ain't right. All that meat and no potatoes. All that food for the alligators. I'm screaming, I'm really steaming for all that meat and no potatoes. I don't think that beans are bad. With meat, most anything goes. I look in the pot and I'm fit to fight. 'Cause man, you know without rice, beans just don't go. All that meat and no potatoes just ain't right like green tomatoes. I'm screaming, I'm really steaming with all that meat and no potatoes. And no potatoes for me.
we've come to a time. And that time is the cabaret time when it's important. Triad Theater, who the hell am I? And thank you for allowing me to come in here and bring people in here. And Triad is really nice. To be honest, I'm a little more experienced than I pretend. And frankly, this is one of the friendliest venues I have ever played. Thank you, Triad people. And my cast. You know, as probably most of you know, I'm a linguistics professor who writes for the media. I'm not a musician. I just do this on the side, and they put up with the fact that I'm disorganized, that I change every 2 seconds, and that who knows what's going to happen, and all of them are like mumbling right now. Thank you to my cast for putting up with me, as many of them have for now 20 years, because we have fun doing this. Thank you, cast. It's important. And I think it's time for the cast to take a bow, because they performed. And so, bow. No, stop. I don't remember how we're doing it.
3-4-1.
3-1? Okay. 3-4-1.
Not Jamaica, Puerto Rico, not Barbados, Guadeloupe, not in Haiti or Antigua, the Bahamas.